The USA Outdoor Track and Field Championships kicks off this week in Eugene, Oregon, and the action is promising to be legendary once again. So in today's episode of Track Talk, on this first part, we're going to predict who's going to make the team in the sprints, and then in the later episode, we're going to talk about the distance and the field event and who I think is going to make the team there. So without further ado, let's get going. When it comes to the men's 100, this is an interesting race to pick because there's so many things that you have to take into consideration. There are so many athletes who can make this team. Now, the defending world championship, or the reigning world champion, Fred Kerley, has opted not to run in 100 because he has a bye, so he'll automatically run it in Budapest. But he will be running the 200, which we'll get to momentarily. But I'm thinking about the talent that is really going to be pushing for those 3 spots since we're taking 4 this year. And so just looking at the season, you got Noah Lyles, who right now, I'm not going to lie to you, I think he is my favorite to win the men's 100 because the 2 people who have been the most consistent for Team USA, for Team USA specifically, not the world. A, Fred Kerley. B, Noah Lyles for the first part. He has shown steady improvement throughout, and I do believe that he could be deemed the favorite. So I know it's a bit of a hot take, but I actually have him winning the men's 100. In second place, I'm going with Trayvon Bromell. I know he suffered an injury, and he's recovering from that. And to be honest with you, it wouldn't surprise me if Bromell wins, but just taking it into consideration, he has championship experience. He knows how to race in these big time races. I think he comes in second. Like I said, if he's healthy, I think he wins. But right now, because we haven't seen him in a minute and because he's recovering, I'm going to go with him in second place. And then third place, man, this one's tough because it's hard because Christian Coleman was just on fire. He was on fire, man, just going, into the early part of the season. And then he kind of cooled off. The LA Grand Prix, Akeem Blake took home the W, and he strung together some performances that probably he didn't appreciate, and he knows that he can improve from. But this one is going to shock some people. I'm going with Marvin Bracy Williams. I don't know why, but there's just something that says take him. I'm just going to go with it. I can't explain it fully, but I'm going to go with it. A bit of a hot take, but I'm going to go Marvin Bracy Williams in third, and then I'm going to go with Christian Coleman in fourth. Now, would it surprise me if Christian Coleman made the team? And there's some other names out there, guys, that literally we should be watching, and we'll get to that in a little bit. I think this one could be fun. The men's 100 could be fun. One thing that I will say that I believe is set in stone is the women's 100. The women's 100, I am rolling with Sha'Carri Richardson. She has been consistent. She has shown she's in top form. And the thing that we have not seen from Sha'Carri is that when we get to these championship meets, she has not shown that she can reach that level to where she can make a team. I think that changes this year. She's running with more confidence. Obviously, she talked about some of the changes that she made, her faith being the center of what she does, and that's the big cause for a change and why she believes she's running fast in addition to the hard work. So she's gone back to her roots. I think she takes it. I think she runs 10.6. I don't know what in a 10.6, probably like 10.64 or something of that nature. So I have her taking the win. In second place, I am going to roll with Aaliyah Hobbs. I think Aaliyah Hobbs has, obviously we saw what she did in the indoor time, the world record, and now in the outdoor. She looked a little tired, so to speak. One of the, it's a comment that I saw. I guess I kind of agree with it, but that could be because of a heavy training cycle. We don't know. But what we do know is Aaliyah Hobbs is big time. And I do believe she's going to run something fast. I think she'll run somewhere in the 10.7s. Third place is hard because Tamari Davis has been balling out, and I really believe in Melissa Jefferson. I really do believe that she is just poised for a breakout meet, and that it's going to come together for her. But I'm going with TT Terry. She has the energy, and then I think just working on that 200. She ran a really, really good 200. And I think that's going to go a long way in the 100. And so she is somebody that I think will take that last spot. And I don't know what she'll run. Maybe she'll run a 10-8. I don't know. But I do think TT Terry takes that last spot. So this is hard to pick because there's so many great women running really, really fast. But I think TT Terry takes that last spot. Moving on to the men's 400. This one is tough because Michael Norman right now is the reigning world champion. And so he has a bye, just in case he does not make the team in the 200. I don't believe he's running the 100. I think he's running the 200. Hasn't looked that great this year due to injury. And so we'll get to him in a second. So technically we could be taking 4. This is not... When it comes to Rai Benjamin has the fastest time in the world this year in the 400, or in the US at least. I have to double check, but I believe in the US, so I apologize for that. Got the collegiate kids, Justin Robinson and Ryan Willie. But it hasn't been like nobody's really from Team USA popped a 43.8 or 43.7 just yet. I don't know if that changes in this meet. What I will say is I think this is Vernon Norwood's race to lose. I think he could run 44 low and comfortably make the team. And he may break 44, maybe 43.9. Like, I wouldn't surprise me if he ran 43.97, which I think would be great for him and great for his confidence and really puts him in contention for a medal. So I'm going Vernon Norwood first. This is going to surprise some people. I was going to pick Ryan Willie, but I'm not going to. I am going to pick somebody that we haven't really seen due to injury. And I'm actually going to put him third, but my second place is he's a sleeper pick. I'm going with Bryce Deadman. I think it's finally his time. He's been an ace on the relay, and I think Team USA is going to really need him this year because obviously, we hope Rye comes back and he joins. We could have a really good relay, or, hopefully this is not the year because the other teams, specifically Jamaica, they're going to be pretty good when it comes to that 4x4. But I think Bryce Deadman takes second, and I'm going Michael Cherry third. I think Michael Cherry has championship experience, and I think it's going to pay off for him. I know we come up with the hot takes today, but I do think Michael Cherry nags that 4th spot. The women's 400, I think it's clear as day who 1 and 2 are going to be. Britton Wilson, Sydney McLaughlin, don't know which order. I'm going to go Sid first. I'm going Brent second. I've been looking forward to this race because I think they can push each other. I think Britton Wilson, if she is running at that 43.13, 43.13 form that she's been running at, which is the collegiate record that she set, oh yeah, I think she can push Sid to the brink, and I think she could possibly win on any given day. That's the beautiful thing about sports, any given day. But I'm picking Sid to win. I got Brendan second. This is where it all gets fun because I have no idea who's going to come in third place. And so for me, the 3 names I'm looking through are Lena Irby-Jackson, I'm looking at Talitha Diggs, and I'm looking at Kendall Ellis. Those are the 3 that I'm thinking that I'm going between. And to be honest with you, it's tough, but I'm going to go with Kendall Ellis. I think Kendall Ellis, who made the team last year, I think she nabs that 3rd spot and final spot. But it would not surprise me if the 2 athletes that I just mentioned, Talitha Diggs may not have had the season that she had last year, but she's still talented. She still has tons of potential. And some people just get it right in these big races. So it wouldn't surprise me if she did the same, as well as Lena Irby-Jackson. She's been consistent, and I think that she could make that team. But I'm going to go at Kendall Ellis. Transitioning into the 200, the men's 200, I think it's a little bit more set in stone. Actually, I would say it's about equal for the men and the women. So I think right now it's hard to bet against Ariane Knighton. Just is what it is. He's been balling out. second best 200 meter runner so far in the world this year, with Noah Lyles being first. He's working on some things as far as the mistakes he's made, and he's so young, man. It's just amazing to see his potential. I think he wins. Now the thing is, with the 200, I can't pay attention to time because they have to run two 200s on the same day within like an hour or so of each other. So as long as he makes the team, that's all that matters. But he did the same thing last year, did very well. I think he ran like 19.6. Lyles came and got him at the end, but I do believe he is going to win. Fred Curley, I have him coming in second. Ooh, but that third spot. So Kenny Bednarik, aka Kung Fu Kenny, has been hurt, battling some injuries. Not sure how he's going to be. Michael Norman is a really good 200 meter runner. 19.7 is his PR. Can he put it together? He has the 400 meter strength. So that is something we have to take into consideration as well. And then Terrence Laird, like, he came on strong at the end. I forgot the exact meet. It wasn't New York, but it was LA. It was the LA Grand Prix. Lane 8. Dude hawked the field down. So it's one of those things where I would love to see him get back to full form. And so that's who I want to pick. I really want to pick Terrence Laird. But Kung Fu Kenny has been a model of consistency. So I'm going to pick Terrence Laird. I'm just going to go for it. We're already just burning hot. It was 98 degrees yesterday in Orlando, so we're just sticking to the hot takes here. For the women's 200, that's where it gets fun. Gabby Thomas, I think she's got it. The question is Sha'Carri Richardson going to run the 200? If she does, I got to put her on the team. I still think Gabby Thomas wins. But we're going to do two options here. So if Sha'Carri runs, I'm going to go Gabby Thomas. I'm going Sha'Carri Richardson second. And then I'm going Abby Steiner. That's the three. If she doesn't run, Gabby Thomas, Abby Steiner. Third is where it gets crazy. I'm going to go, even though she hasn't been consistent in the latter half of the season so far, I'm still rolling with the experience in Jenna Prandini, because she just, I don't know, just that veteran experience. Obviously, you need her. Jenna Prandini, unless she's hurt, she's going to be on that relay team. You have to put her on the relay team because she is a phenomenal third leg runner. I still think she finds a way to mix her team. I just do. So that's who I'm rolling with for the women's 200. Now, men's 110 hurdles. This is a tough one too. This is a tough one as well, because there's so much talent. We're taking 4 because Grant Holloway has the bye. I have to double check to see if he's running or not. So it's not as tough as I'm making it. So I'm just not even gonna fuck. These are my picks for the men's 110 hurdles. I got Devin Allen winning. I got Daniel Roberts in second. And I got Cordell Tench in third. Yes, the D2 phenom who ran like 1287. I know it was wind aided, and then he just dropped 12 something recently. Should have been on the Bowerman. I don't care. I know the Bowerman was full. The athletes on there are great. Kyle Garland, Leo from Texas, and Hibbert, who's a freak, Jaden Hibbert, who was. He could mess around and win something in Budapest. Don't even trip in that triple jump. But I think Tench, if he can stay consistent and if he's fresh, oh boy, listen, you're talking about a phenom, man. So that's who I'm rolling with for the men's 110 hurdle. hurdles. The women's 100 hurdles. The women's 100 hurdles. That's going to be a fun one. I think it's kind of simple as well when it comes to 1 and 2. I got Alicia Johnson winning. I have Kenny Harrison in second. Where it gets tricky for me is that third spot. Masai Russell is balling. And so that's why I'm going to give her that third spot, because I was going to say Tia Jones, but Masai Russell, if she does not clip that hurdle, we saw the speed that she had in the national championship, in the rounds when she hits the hurdle and then she just speeds her way backward. She don't clip that hurdle. It's different. It's a different story. And I think that she's going to do very well. And I believe Masai Russell's she's gonna take that third spot. So that's where we're at with the hurdles. Men's 400 hurdles, y'all. Men's 400 meter hurdles. I think it's simple. I don't think there's going to be too much drama. Rye Benjamin's going to win. CJ Allen is going to push Rye Benjamin. I think CJ Allen runs like 47.2 or 47.3. And I think Rye, may get a 47 low or low 46. And I know he was, dealing with things. I know he had COVID back in Doha. But I think Rye Benjamin, it's going to be Rye Benjamin, CJ Allen, he should be coming on the show. Did communicate that. I cannot wait for you guys to hear that story. And then Trevor Bassett. I think Trevor Bassett pulls it together. Khalifa Rosser, forgive me for the mispronunciation of the name. He's going to make it interesting, but I think Trevor Bassett takes the training under Holloway. He takes the lessons he's learned so far this year, and I think he makes the team. Listen, he won the bronze medal, and one thing about Trevor Bassett, he shows up in these championship moments. Trevor Bassett takes third. So yes, that is what we're rolling with. Moving on to our last event, women's 400 meter hurdles. Don't know. We could take 4. We could take 3. Don't know what Sid's doing. Britton Wilson's not running in the 400 meter hurdles as she was last year. But it's going to be very, very, very entertaining. Anna Hall is focusing on the heptathlon. But what I'm thinking in this race, Shamir Little has looked great this year, and I think she is going to take the win. I think Shamir Little will be your national champion, and she will lead the team, assuming that Sid sticks with the 400. I think Dalilah Muhammad comes in second place. I think she does take second. Then I'm going to go with Anna Cockler. I think that'll be your 3. I think Shamir, I think Dalilah Muhammad, and I think Anna Cockler. I'm really excited to see what Dalilah Muhammad does, what performance she dishes out, because she was the former world record holder. She was the last person to beat Sid at a major championship. So I'm looking forward to that race. So that completes my prediction for the sprints and the hurdles for this preview of the USA Outdoor Championships. So what I want from you guys, like, subscribe if you haven't already, hit that notification bell. But also, I want to know who you think is going to make the team. Please leave me a comment below. Let me know what you're thinking. Stay tuned for part 2. We're breaking down the distance and the jumps. Love, peace, and chicken grease. Until then.